It also doesn't help that I'm recording, so.
Well, I'm not name dropping, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly. You come prepared.
Also, you're not putting this online.
I know. You don't know what parts I've recorded or not. You don't know.
You just said you were recording this.
Okay, fun facts. I hit record the instant before I said I'm recording this. So, so this conversation to the audience has started with me saying I'm recording this.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, I got a story for you.
oh, you got a story. All right.
All right. So, the seventh grade, I'm 12 years old. I'm on the bus going to school, and so I get picked up like early. I was one of the first kids on the bus, so I got to choose where I sat, and I sat in the back with all the cool kids, right?
Back of the bus is always the best.
Yeah. Um, there was this girl by the name of Liz that I thought was really cute. And she sat in like the middle of the bus, and we were talking about like girls we thought were cute that morning. And I just happened to say, yeah, Liz is pretty cute. And so one dude goes, "Hey Liz, Jalen has something to say to you."
That prick.
Oh, I hate that scenario. I hate it so much.
And so of course not just Liz. Everybody on the bus turns their head to look.
No one can just mind their own goddamn business.
Nope.
And I just freeze up like any 12-year-old should.
I do not blame you.
I'm looking at her, she's looking at me, everyone's looking at me, and the dude goes, "Tell her how you feel."
Oh, Jalen.
I would have punched that kid's lights out.
Jalen, you poor soul.
You deserve a drink for that. Next,
And she just goes, she realizes the situation. She goes, "Oh, no. I'm going out with Roberto."
Oh.
And everyone's just like, "Oh, damn, not Roberto. He's my boy."
I'll say this: at least she had the courtesy to make it quick and painless.
See, that's nice that she did that, because I had something that was like we'll say long term more embarrassing.
Oh no.
Because I asked this one girl out when I was in high school, and she said yes, and that was all great. And the only reason I asked her out, to be perfectly frank, is because I thought she was cute and her friends put me up to it. Like, I didn't think we had much chemistry, but her friend's like, "Oh, she's so into you should do that." And I'm like, okay, you know? So I just go ahead. And she says, yeah, and then her friends come over, and they're like, we do make a great couple. And then, literally, one class period passes, and she comes back, and then she's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I just did this because I know my friends put you up to it, and I didn't want you to feel bad, but I'm not interested." And I'm like, okay. And then she left. It's just, and then because she talked to her friends, then everyone knew about that. So everyone knew that I got a pity yes that amounted to me having a girlfriend, quote unquote, for 45 minutes.
Oh.
So I'll say this, Jalen. That definitely sounds like an embarrassing story, and I sincerely feel bad for you, but at least she ripped the Band-Aid off immediately.
Yeah.
In other words, I'm sorry, man, but I'm gonna have to one-up you.
Yes. See, you think you're pathetic? Let me tell you something.
Oh, I have another one. And I'm not trying to one up you. I just think this.
No, please do. This is fun. Please one up me. This is great.
So when I was 13, a girl goes, "Jalen, I like you. Let's go out." And then I'm like, I'm surprised. And she's like, "I'm sorry, I did that for a dare."
Hmm.
Why must people toy with our hearts, man?
And then someone was like, okay, I'm glad you guys aren't going to go out because your babies would look weird.
I love how people just jump to that immediately.
There's a lot to unpack there. That's
And I didn't think any of it now. But when I think of it, like, I didn't think anything of it then, of that comment then. But when I think of it now, I'm like, what the fuck was he trying to say?
no, like that. That's okay. That's super weird to me because that implies that he's thought about what your children would look like, and I'm like,
Remind me, what age were you at when this happened?
I was 13.
And how old was this son of a bitch?
Oh man, it's funny as fuck.
How old? No, I mean, how old was the? How old were they?
And we were all the same age. We were like 13, maybe 14.
Yeah, unpack that at 13 years old.
man, I didn't start. That is weird.
I have some mental questions, and they all end in the phrase of "what the" and "fuck" in that order.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Like seriously.
I don't really have much of a one. Well, I don't have a one-up story that I haven't already said at least once before, so I'm just gonna keep quiet.
Fair enough.
Hello, everyone. Once again, it's time for Anime Journeys. I am your current host, Jalen, and I'm here with Lenny.
Good evening, everyone.
And Perry.
Was not the current host at the time.
Yeah. So, we're continuing our Patlabor adventure with Patlabor 2, the movie. Subtitled for everyone, just in case if you thought we were watching it dubbed. I'm not going to tell you how to watch your Patlabor, but you should probably watch it subtitled. That's my preference.
Wasn't it in your own words, Jalen? You said the dub was booty.
I said goofy. Dan Green is in it, so there's that. But it's not a very well directed dub.
Aw.
But anyway, yes, Patlabor 2, the movie. I'm not going to tell you the plot. I'm just going to let the movie happen, like I did with the first one.
All right. Well, I have one question for this movie before we start.
Okie dokie.
How Oshi is this movie?
Say that again.
Is this movie?
I don't want to say very Oshi, but what would be the next step down from very Oshi? Just Oshi?
I would say like noticeably Oshi, you know, or
let's just say maybe 2 degrees down from Ghost in the Shell to Innocence.
Okay. Yeah, I would say it's somewhere. It's definitely not Innocence. It is, I would say, 3 degrees away.
Okay. So kind of like maybe 1 degree below Ghost in the Shell 1.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good time.
all right, then let us begin. You guys hearing everything okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, he's from the UN. Oh yeah, Spider-Man.
Well, they're starting off with another Fujikoma.
Action.
Wait, no, that's just a Tachikoma. It's got 6 legs.
Somewhere in Southeast Asia.
Remote unknown city of Hong Kong. Metal Gears.
Geckos.
I didn't go after them quick. Feels like it even has the same filter as Ghost in the Shell.
Man knows his filters, apparently.
They're probably made around the same time.
Now I'm curious of when this was actually made, because it couldn't have been long after the first one.
Yeah, I think like animation style, this is like an in the middle between the original Ghost in the Shell and Innocence.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Let's check the internet.
Oh, right, the robot balls.
Damn. The robot balls.
The Roballs, one would say.
Ooh, pretty.
Oh god. Oh,
So pretty. Not so
holy
pretty.
shit. Animation.
Conrad.
93. This came out in 93.
Oh wow, I was born that year.
You what?
I was born that
1993.
year. Yeah.
Damn.
What time did you guys guess before? Oh. They did.
Oh no, they blew up the Tachikoma.
Damn.
What year did the first Ghost in the
Yeah.
Shell come out?
1995.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is even before then.
Shit.
Damn.
Oh, hey, dude's alright. Well, I don't know if he's a good guy or bad guy yet, so this could... I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Jay, but didn't you say that Patlabor 2 doesn't follow much of the cast from the first series or for the first film?
No, that was the live action TV show.
Oh, that's the live action. Okay, no, so they do still follow the old cast.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, you have the esoteric scenery shots, so this is Oshi enough for us so far.
Yep. All we need now is a good Kenji Kawai opening or a good Kenji Kawai opening theme and a helicopter shot entering the scene.
Oh, another Shinohara logo. Oh, that scared the shit out of me.
Come on, Jones, what are you doing in here? Okay, Ito, yes.
This isn't Microsoft Sam. This is Microsoft Archimedes.
Stephen Hawking always wanted to be a voice actor.
Oh,
Yikes.
What, too soon?
oh, Hajime Katoki did the mechanical designs in this one.
Yep. Hey. Kazunukise, yes.
That's a cool looking design.
Oh, the detail.
Dude. I thought the last one was impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Just look at that. Mm.
Oh, feet. Oh, robot feet.
They even have the individual pistons.
Lenny, don't start.
I'm sorry. It's just, usually they're so clunky, you know.
Mm.
I realize out of context that might sound like I have a foot fetish for robots, but I'm not.
That's too intense.
Quentin Tarantino would like to have a word with you.
I wish he'd make a fucking mecha movie. That'd be sick.
Oh, but he'd probably be glad to do it with the old foot fetishes. How long is this set after the first one?
I think a year.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
Pay attention to the road. There's the old faithful.
Good old. You mean not the old faithful?
Yeah, I was being sarcastic. I suspect that Alphonse is going to be used again some point in this movie.
More bird.
Evil bird.
Hey.
You suck.
I guess it's trigger happy.
I mean, it's trigger happy yelling, yeah.
Yep.
They've moved up in the world.
He doesn't have a gun now.
Teeth.
Oh no, don't eat me.
Knowing the odds of movie rules, that 1,000,000 to 1 chance is now a certainty for this movie.
Pretty much. Stoneface.
Oh.
Oh, damn! He actually hit it.
I thought he was all talk.
Why?
Old habits die hard. He's not changed much.
As much as he is kind of a blowhard, at least he's a competent blowhard now.
So Sakaki retired, and Shige is now the head mechanic.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey.
There he is.
Hey, there's Stoneface. Oh, Clancy, does she show up in this at all?
Yes.
Oh my god, he's laughing.
Something must be up. Is he gonna die right away?
I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh, never mind. He stopped smiling as soon as he left. He's up to something. All right, I'm content. He's he's fine.
The Babylon Project.
Yeah, the one that's about expanding land.
Yeah, the one from the first movie.
Yeah, that's still going.
Huh. I'm surprised considering the very negative impact the last movie gave on it.
Circumstances of the last film.
Mm-hmm.
Because last time didn't we speculate that the bad guy won because he technically like tarnished the reputation and that was his whole goal?
Yes.
So would this movie imply that he hasn't won because they're going forward with the project anyway?
Yes, but it is much more stalled. In fact, she even said there's a drop in labors being used in the Babylon Project, and there's an increase in labor crime in urban areas.
Oh, okay. So,
Damn it. That her kid?
I think it's one of theirs.
huh.
Hmm. Oh, that's surprisingly accurate for now. Okay, we don't have that yet.
It's super congested.
You know, I had an idea for patenting that at one point.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, like well, not the exact thing they showed, but the idea would be like a windshield, you know, for your car. But then it would show like that map data, whatnot, like on the actual thing. So you wouldn't need like a map screen on your dashboard or your phone. But I wanted to have an AR touch to it, and that would overlay the road you need to drive on, and like we'll say pattern it on the road itself. So you would know like which ways to turn and which directions to go just by looking at the road instead of looking at a map.
I love that idea.
But would it be too distracting?
Well, the idea is it would be semi-transparent, you know, because you still have to see through the glass, and there'd be like an emergency override in case you actually just want to turn it off and just see the road. You know, and obviously there's things I hadn't thought about in regards to how it would work, but that was an idea I had because I'm like, you know, you look at like say, you know, how, like in football games where you put those yellow lines down on the play field for like first down.
Yeah.
Imagine like that, just like where it just looks like it's naturally part of the road. I have no idea. I have no idea how that would function, you know, because I'm an ideas man, not a actually get it to work like a human being man.
I suspect you're about to get real.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Is she on that bridge? I hope she's not.
Then that car was fucked.
Fuck
Oh,
that
nobody
guy
was
in
in that car.
particular. Shit.
Well, she's nowhere near that, so.
Okay. I thought they were gonna kill her off for a second there. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know a ton about her character, but she's a fine person.
I like this TV filter.
That's pretty nice. Hey, look, a real life in simulation of LA traffic.
But Perry, people are moving.
I meant on the highways.
Nah, I'm just being an asshole.
Oh God, English speaking.
Oh, God.
That wasn't too bad. That didn't seem very English as much as just
Bluey.
stilted.
Mm-hmm.
F-16s.
Hmm.
Oh
My
shit.
cousin worked on those.
So JSDF. Huh.
I guess they had gifts circa 1990. That's a big bird.
Yeah, unbeknownst to us, global warming has caused hummingbirds to quintuple in size. They are now the world's strongest predators.
Oh dear.
That sounds terrifying.
Oh God.
Honestly, just from the way this world looks, if you had told me this was meant to be like a spiritual prequel to Ghost in the Shell, I would have bought it.
Yeah. It's almost cyberpunk, you know.
It just feels like it's one revolution away from being in somewhat the same world.
Yeah.
It's like
still
proto
something that relatively
cyberpunk.
feels like closer to our like reality, you know.
Yeah.
Proto-punk.
Yep. Proto cyberpunk.
Proto-punk.
Yeah, man. Because like it'll be cyberpunk later, but we're not there yet.
Mm.
It's Cyberpunk 0.5. We're seeing some technology that is relevant towards our day. I mean, we have cars that have phones built into them. We have GPSs that go into said cars. I mean, we don't have, obviously, mechs walking around yet. I mean, there's some prototypes, but nothing crazy. The only thing we're really missing is a bunch of cybernetic enhanced cyborgs going around.
Oh man, I can't wait to be like old as sin, and then it's like we finally found it. We finally have cyborgs, and I'm like, oh goody.
Took you long enough. Noticing there's a lot. Okay, ever since that hummingbird showed up, I'm noticing a lot of birds.
Yeah, there were a lot of birds in the last movie too.
There's that bird with the glowy eyes earlier too.
Mm-hmm.
Pattern.
Still not used to him smiling.
It's very disapproving.
Smooth. I'm not sure who it is.
Oh,
Oh,
I
Jesus.
don't
I do.
like the look of him.
It's the eyes, man.
Then his
Who
like
is he
he just
looking at?
his flat ass mouth. It's just
I think the cross eye is what got me more.
well, his head was all tilted. Like he looked like a dog who doesn't know what's
But
going
if you notice,
on.
one of his right pupil was like veering off to the side as if it was looking towards the door.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a little too close to the TV there, fellas. Oh, they got catchy.
Oh, Jesus.
I want to know the meeting with Oshi. It's like, all right, Kenji.
Oh god, this
Hey,
guy.
look at his eye. He's got a lazy eye. Serious, look at his eye.
Yep.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this much mugging in the camera since Ernest Saves Christmas.
I don't know. It just looks like a ketchup smudge on the screen.
About birds.
Looked like a red curtain. Also, that's why they were showing. Okay, that makes sense. Wow, that is some detail right there.
On a fucking VHS, no less.
Zoom in
Hi-fi video.
Zoom and enhance on the VHS.
That's not how it works.
It does in this show.
Yeah, it's the future. We figured out how to do that in the future.
I can see the future. I don't know. Would it involve a certain 1 in a million shot? No thanks. I'll drive.
Wow, they actually let him drive.
I like the lighting. That's
Oh, yeah,
strobing.
oh, that's really nice. Damn it, now I just want to see this group get into a crossover with Section 9.
That'd be interesting because Section 9 will be very frustrated.
I'm sure Major would just look at the laborers and go, what the heck is this thing?
What is this thing, and how many arms do I have to lose to rip it in half?
Oh man.
Yeah, she does have a bad habit of doing that.
Yep.
I bet her insurance premiums has to be through the roof.
Man,
I'm not gonna say it.
New bodies must be very expensive.
For a full cybernetic body with a human brain in it, yeah. This is definitely feeling like an Oshii film right now. One thing we're really missing is a helicopter shot and a basset hound.
We might get the helicopter. The jury's out on the basset hound though.
That sounded unnerving.
Oh God, is looking the wrong way.
Stop with the cross eye. That is freaking me out. No offense to anyone that actually that has a cross eye or a lazy eye.
Disclaimer.
Oh God. How do I get the feeling he's just gonna kill him right in the car?
I don't know. Maybe he's taking us someplace interesting.
Take it so labor can kill him. I don't know.
Mr. Puppet Master.
Oh yeah, that's the guy from the intro.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Exploit sounds about more accurate.
Mm.
Watch the road, moron!
Damn.
Yeah, just the one road though. Nothing? No? Okay.
All right, I was trying to busy paying attention to the dialogue.
No,
I
it
had to
was
bury it.
no, it was cross-eyed joke.
Oh.
Now you getting
All right, my brain was just waiting.
it.
Yes, you have a perfect right angle. Basic geometry. Oh my god, the English in this. Oh, it's not a helicopter shot, but I'll take it. Sorry, but there's kind of specific requirements for that to be a helicopter, an Oshii helicopter shot. It has to be at a Dutch angle with a helicopter flowing into the city.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, that's in a lot of his stuff. How do you miss a plane?
Stealth.
Ask Malaysia.
Oh.
Ask J.J. Abrams.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Forget I asked. Oh, bad for asking that question now.
Mm-hmm.
Bogey dope.
Bogey dope.
Oh joy.
I heard an eagle.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Oh, what? Did they ghost the planes? Oh, this is going to get very messy. Yep, that's accurate.
They can't even understand their own English. And there's a city shot.
Fish.
Ah,
Damn, that's ugly.
Oh no, an even uglier fish. No, I'm trying to pay attention.
why did they make this fish so ugly?
I'm mesmerized by its hideousness.
Soon it'll evolve into a giant creature, go to the bay, and decide to do nothing and leave.
It will run.
Hopefully this is
It will find a plastic bag to hide into, and then be struggling to get back into the ocean.
oh man.
That looks like a fun game. You know, I hate to be this guy, but there's a distinct lack of labors for a long part of this movie.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, we've seen a couple of labors, but no labor action so far.
Like the
Not
opening
yet.
scene had it, and that was cool. And then we had Noah testing out some stuff, and that was cool. But since then, it's all been like planes and wonky eyeball dude talking as they go to places.
Yeah.
We're setting up the villain though right now.
Oh no, it's cool. I dig it. It's just I'd say it's an interesting approach. Is
Mhm.
all.
This feels about on par for Roshi films, to be perfectly honest. Like if I had to equivalent this to any sort of scene, this would be about the time when Major and Bato are trying to get their orders from Chief Aramaki and try to figure out what the hell is going on.
Mhm. So that sheds light on that comment made earlier.
Oh.
Yeah. So she was involved in an affair with her mentor, who is the villain of this movie.
Ooh. That's a bit touchy.
That'll
Yeah.
that'll complicate things.
Yeah.
Just
And
a bit.
her being in that affair was like the biggest smirk on her career because she was essentially on the fast track as a police officer.
Hmm.
That's quite a line.
That sounds like Oshi. I think I've seen this scene before. Oh, I'm digging this ethereal music right now.
It's like some Vangelis shit.
Mm.
Now we're getting philosophical here. I love it. That is true.
Yeah, this is notably more Oshi than the last film.
Oh yeah, this is full. This is almost full Oshi now. Oh, now I'm into this. Yeah, this feels almost like a direct inspiration for Ghost in the Shell 1 for a major scene on the boat, just walking around the city.
No doubt.
Yeah, and technically, since this is before, like, damn.
I mean, it's just a very nice scene. Just composition wise, art wise, it's just nice to look at and listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's the robots.
Now we get back to the plot. That's not suspicious at all. Keep bringing up the worst case scenario. They're really hyping this up.
Oh man.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen him lose his composure.
Remember, he has a crush on her.
I know, that's why I find it fascinating, because normally he's never like done that. Like, I've never even seen him stutter until now, so.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Varys, she had every reason to be annoyed with him.
Yeah.
He was acting insubordinate.
He always does that, though.
Yeah, while true, he does always seem to have a really, really good plan in mind.
Sup?
You know, these guys standing here with shields, that'll stop the plane.
Phalanx formation, now!
Oh, yeah. Camera movement.
Where's Noah?
And
Oh,
a
yeah.
robot.
Oh, is that like, dude, he's trying to save your ass. Or a boss who's an idiot. I don't know. I would argue there can be such a thing as a bad military.
Yeah, okay, I agree with that.
And you can have a really, really smart commander, but also an incredibly undisciplined force.
Yeah.
It's up to the commander, though, to discipline said force. So you can't have one or the other.
I'm sure if
It's
he was
almost cyclical.
if he was arguing with him, he'd probably say the commander wouldn't be considered a smart commander if he was unable to have his forces act on his intelligence. It's something like a good commander wouldn't have bad forces in the first place, or something to that effect.
Oh boy. Think about that blip in the background unnerves me.
Birds. Shit.
Man, tanks.
Oh, there's helicopters.
Hey.
There we go. More birds. What the? Now? Grab the beer.
Mm.
Wow.
15 centimeters.
It just got more intense.
I love the soundtrack, man.
Well, yeah, just straight up just mobilizing.
Yep.
You're going
Genji.
backwards. You're going backwards.
With a tank, backwards is forwards and forwards is backwards.
These are the advanced tactics that'll help them win the day.
However, tanks that can go in reverse. Returns.
God, the detail, man.
And all of this because of one missile.
Yeah.
Or birds. Was the entire city under martial law now or something?
Yes, that's actually what she's just saying. It's not that cool, kids.
Hooray, martial law! Yay!
Okay, so it's a dog, but not a basset hound. I will take that. Oh god, the camera shot.
Man.
I like this juxtaposition here.
Oh yeah, it's
It's all
very
really good.
Eee! Oh wow.
Whoa.
That's a cool one.
Dude.
All right, now Oshi, you're just showing off now.
Man. See, and I
Oh, is it
dig
snowing?
these. What's up?
Snowing.
I dig these establishing shots, especially because it's like we've already seen the city before, but we've never seen like under martial law, and it just gives it a whole new atmosphere, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Snow helps too.
Snow always helps.
I knew there was something up with that blimp earlier.
It was orange.
I mean, it was right in the background. I'm thinking, okay, there's no reason that Oshi would put a blimp in the scene without there being a point to it, unless it's
Mhm.
just a detail that you wanted to add. But usually, he has things in here for a point.
I'd say worst case scenario, it's atmospheric or something.
I'm gonna guess it has something to do with like the next big plot, whatever this dude's up to. The first one was an F-16 using a missile, but something tells me he's going to use a blimp next.
Hmm.
A master of distraction. So it'll be like, look for all the planes. Oh, it's a blimp. You can go through. And it's like, aha! I was on the blimp the whole time. I'm gonna blow shit up, or something to that effect.
So do this time, Batman.
That is just my generic like scheming villain voice, I guess. Like he doesn't even sound like that, but there I am. Oh god.
Are you guys not hearing any sound?
Yeah, it's just gone for me.
Oh, it's still here for me.
Weird.
Let me.
I thought it was just going silent for artistic
No, no,
reasons.
no. Like, there's sound going on. Let me. Hang on. Let me just. Can you hear it now?
No.
Oh, I don't hear anything.
Try hopping back out of the room and back in.
All right.
Let me know when you guys are both refreshed.
I'll load it back up.
How about you, Jalen? You there yet?
I'm back.
Okay. I'm gonna start it up. You ready, Perry?
Not yet. Give me a moment.
Okay.
All right, try it again.
Okay.
Nope.
All right, we are at 102.48. I'm saying that a lot for my own thought. Let me stop the room and then come back in.
All right.
Okay.
All right, I come back into the room, Jalen. Are you guys both in?
Yes.
Out here.
Okay, let me try this again.
Now
There
I
we
can
go.
Okay, cool.
Well, that didn't last long for him.
Oh no, Matsui. Gee, Shinobu, no need to be so mean to your mom.
That's a nice shot from the window.
Oh. I think I know who it is.
Yeah. The Muffin Man.
Santa Claus. It's hard snowing. It has to be him.
It's Christmas.
It could be
Yay.
Krampus.
Man. If Krampus doesn't show up as a giant, like, labor being piloted by Santa, I'm gonna be severely disappointed.
What?
Krampus.
Yeah, man, cramp labor.
Oh man, that sounds awful.
I need to see a doctor for that too. I was wondering. I was like, what the heck are they doing?
They're on a boat.
No, they were on a boat. I thought for a second, I was like, oh my God, I'm getting Berserk 2016 flashbacks.
Don't mention that in my presence.
Rule of thumb, don't mention that to any Berserk fans' presence.
I forgot
Oh, man.
that it has that reputation.
We'll admit, as painful as that is to watch sometimes, you got to admit it's at least a little funny to see how bootleg it is.
The first time I saw it, I paused the episode and I just cried. Tears of laughter.
Hey, but if everything is, if it's proven true, then Ufotable will be the ones taking it over now.
Yeah, I hope that's true. It might not be because I tried to find the news of it again and like I can't fucking find it anywhere.
They probably took it down just because they weren't ready to announce something yet.
They might have.
Or someone might have just leaked as like, oh shit, we can't let anyone know. Maybe
There he is.
They just didn't want to announce something until they were absolutely ready and ready to show some footage.
Your reaction time needs work.
The sound cut out for me.
Yeah, same here.
God damn it. Technical difficulties. Alright.
Why must you always show up when we don't want you?
Okay, let me, hang on. Let's try.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to bring up what he just said. So Matsui said we could either follow the women or follow the money. I have bad luck with women, so I'm following the money. And he got fucking knocked out.
Oh. Alright,
Kawa follows the woman.
It's like always follow the woman.
Yeah, he follows the woman. He gets his guy.
I mean, sound logic.
He's not wrong.
Oh,
Alright, let me play this here.
Yes, I can hear it now.
Sweet.
Oh man.
Oh, mom.
That's why you shouldn't be mean to your mom.
It's like, I told you you didn't need to go see that man. Why can't you find yourself a good man? I bet Stoneface is like, see, now who's being insubordinate?
Right, going to see, the conspirator of like mass hysteria.
Yeah, all I did was go see a security guy. You went to go see the guy who's the head honcho behind this whole mess.
Let me remind you, they have a romantic past.
Still a criminal.
Well, no, I mean, that makes it extra worse for her.
I know. There's the Basset Hound!
We did it! It's an Oshi film now.
It's full Oshi now! I'm sorry, but I've been waiting for this damn dog.
And this is even before this is before these were a thing, or I guess these were what made it a thing, since all the tropes are there's the helicopter! It's right there.
We had helicopters before, but now we need a helicopter overtaking the city.
Now it's a helicopter right next to a Basset Hound. They're in such close proximity.
With 4 birds. I think she's just craving himself right now. I was like, I need to make the most self-indulgent shot I've ever done.
He just knew retroactively you'd be watching, Perry, so he's just like, I'm gonna throw in all these things that didn't become tropes until after this movie. Oh god.
Called it!
Fucking Jägermeister. Always up to no good.
Holy shit.
Where did he get a rocket launcher?
No, that's the pipe. He broke the pipe to get out because he was handcuffed to it.
Oh, I thought it was a rocket launcher.
That's a bit too real. They need to knock that off. That's
Scary face right there. That might
I'm
be
sorry. It's just it looks like a nice drawing, but everyone else is anime, so it just looks grotesque. Oh, there it is.
Dutch angle, helicopter shot overlooking the city. There you go.
Barry.
This is officially an Ochi film.
I like how this all happened as soon as like the third act started.
No, this doesn't feel like my film yet. I know. Let's put all my tropes within 1 minute.
And this is before like the film that made you an Oshi fan was even made. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Holy shit, dude, that's coming a little close.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Dude, run. I apologize for my fandom gushing at that moment.
No, it's good, man. Never apologize for enthusiasm.
That was something.
I did not sleep with him.
I did not have sex with that man.
Again.
He's like late. It's like, sorry, boss, but you need to chill.
Mm.
That's a loaded statement.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
I just, oh shit, really, Matsui? That's badass of you. Oh man. So he basically bullied that guy for the phone.
Oh god.
oh,
No.
Oh no.
Don't hurt Alphonse.
oh no, now it's gonna be pissed. Oh my god.
Man.
Yeah, the baseball bat's gonna help you.
Yeah, man. Gonna knock that helicopter into next week.
Oh, I feel like Stoneface is about to go full on like Moriarty Holmes level.
I think he's waiting for them to just like tip their hand just a little bit further, and then he's gonna like have it all crash down on them.
Oh, I can't wait.
Like they're gonna say like something along the lines of like they're gonna say some word or like some phrase, and he'll be like, "Aha! You wouldn't have known that if you weren't part of the cabal, and I have proof, and you're all going to jail now." You know, and then it's gonna be like I'm being vague intentionally because I don't know the specifics.
Just go full puppet master.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck.
Holy crap.
Wow. Mm.
All attacking the bridges just to cut them off.
Yes.
Again, that's right. They took out their planes earlier, too. So they won't be able to fly shit in.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they were using the blimps.
Communications.
This is fucking surgical. Like, just...
This is right. This is razor precision. Oh my god, even the cable cars are going out. Oh shit, the gas lines.
Oh.
Nice.
We got giant robots and plot armor.
Yeah.
More birds.
Well, that just gave them away, right?
Say, here's the thing: we got a giant robot, and we still got Clancy ready to show up at any moment. Show off. Jalen, you said Clancy's in this movie, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably throw up in show up in the last 30 minutes just to save the day. Let him carry explosives or something.
Since there's nobody piloting it, that's probably the right guess there.
Oh wait, maybe they're using the blimps as a jamming signal.
That's also a good idea.
Or maybe that.
Hey, big guy. Oh, he's got a kid. Well, I'm pretty certain he's gonna be alright, because he's not 3 days from retirement, so... Hang on, can you guys say something? I can't hear diddly. Hang on, just a moment. Alright, say something.
Bleh.
Alright, cool.
Hey.
Back on track.
But yeah, man, they had to lock Oda in his room.
The chick who's in love with labors. You could miss something that big. God damn it, you had one job, you missed.
Oh, Jesus.
Are you for real?
They activated his trap card.
Oh, dude, you hit just the birds. And then the pod.
Oh, God.
That's gonna leave a mess.
Just...
Hope you have blimp
Oh.
insurance.
Oh,
Oh.
God. Chemical bomb.
God, it's Scarecrow's fear toxin.
This guy.
Yeah, he's...
Like, I thought the last guy was, like, a really, like, well put together, like, plan villain guy. But this dude's doing all sorts of crazy shit, and he's still alive to boot.
Yeah, right?
Vince was like, man, screw that pretentious nonsense. I want to be alive to see this.
Oh, yeah, he's got to see this shit go down. Dog.
Oh, don't.
He knows.
He's just messing with them.
He fucking played them.
This whole thing is just him screwing with them.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Is it the shield generator for the Death Star? Send Han and Leia to go and blow it up. That is a pretty good backup plan.
Jesus. Why? Why are we such an asshole?
Such buddies. We do tend to act like assholes in these movies. I wonder if Japan's trying to say something.
We get the point.
We can be douchebags. We're sorry. To be fair, you started it.
It's like, yes, Japan, I'm sorry that you nearly raped China to death and we had to stop you. Boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo.
You also gave us a surprise attack on our own harbor.
I mean, you know, that
Yeah.
too.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
All right, I don't know. I know this is not really a trope, but this is also very feeling like Ghost in the Shell 1.
Hmm.
Where they just have to go on an island where it's an isolated building or something like that for the final act. I only feel like it's a ripoff if it's like a museum or something.
Good news, everyone. The conflicts can only be resolved with giant robots.
Thank goodness.
And a crappy version of Doom on the Virtual Boy.
The perfect way to do a setup for a mission.
That's right, a ROM hack of Chex Quest.
You're happy is about to have his Christmas.
But
He does not give a crap. What the?
fathers, mothers against. Huh. That couldn't mean anything.
Or it could mean everything.
Oshi, what are you trying to say? Guys, just be careful. You don't run into V on his way to Parliament.
Mhm.
Not gonna lie, I always love it when they pull something like this. Just old abandoned facilities they just find a use for out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's always very nice.
A secret location that nobody knows of in the city. Gang's almost all here. Doesn't even acknowledge it.
Ooh, that hurts.
Or stone face. I was like, motherfucker. Going full Perry Mason on his ass. Stoneface would make an amazing lawyer.
Too bad he picked cops.
No, he seriously would make a great lawyer. Like he could just break down anything.
He seems competent at pretty much everything except for hand-to-hand combat.
Mm-hmm.
Also, women.
That too.
Yeah.
He's doing okay, but he could do better.
Or never changes. I
Or-
can't help but look at.
Or if you're Snake, war has
War has
changed.
changed.
Yep.
Is it wrong for me to say every time I look at his face, I'm just expecting a fly to fly by and just him whip out his tongue and eat it?
I was expecting that, or to have it like land on his
It's like one of
eyeball
his
that's all
last
wonky.
scenes that you said that. I'm glad you said that when like he's on his way out.
Why?
Because you had said that way earlier. I wouldn't have been able to take him any more seriously.
I was tempted to for the longest time. It was like, all right, I gotta say it now, just because of that face.
Mm-hmm.
See, I was thinking that, like, when you said fly, I thought you were gonna say something like fly would just like land on his like wonky eye and just like walk around on his eyeball and then just leave.
Oh, I just thought it looked like a frog.
That's not accurate.
I like how they have little they got vests for them. For the
Yeah,
mechs. They look
bulletproof
so
vest
cool.
for the robot.
How much fucking fabric did they use?
I know. I want to know,
Right?
Uchiyama. You're full of crap. But thank you. Someone actually calls him trigger happy.
Mm.
Hey, more Fujikomas.
Oof.
That must give us some serious whiplash. Ow. And this is intense. Oh no, he's gone completely mental. Yeah. But her eyes are red. She's a replicant. Oh, that's actually smart ish.
Cutting it close, man.
Oh, you better get out of there now. You Martian bastard.
Oh no.
Oh, the sound count out again.
Uh-oh.
Oh, just is about to get to the climax too.
They're
It's
so
all,
close.
it's all good.
There we go. Much better.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's not good.
Oh no.
Crap.
Bug.
Move your ass, fool. Oh, phew.
Man, that was close.
Elevator, why are you not moving?
I was coming down.
Ah, makes sense. Watch out, there's a tank behind you. Hi there.
Fug.
You wouldn't happen to be Major Kusanagi now, would you? That's a lot of Borbs. Damn.
Wow.
That man got messed up.
Birds.
Oh no, the hair is down. I repeat, gentlemen, the hair is down.
And there he is.
That is a great shot. How the fuck did he get those birds to cooperate?
He's been spending all his time training them.
That was a really well done shot.
Yeah, it was.
Oh man, this gotta hurt.
Poor Stoneface, he got cut. It didn't even get a chance to respond back.
To be fair, how do you beat that dude?
I don't know, man. I mean, with the level of methodical that is.
It's gonna be hard to see from a jail cell, but you know. So yeah, that was movie 2. Also, I got you. Kanuka never was in this movie.
Man, you lied.
Yes.
Douche move, Jalen.
Don't worry. You may see Kanuka in the 3rd movie.
Oh,
but
I don't
have
trust
no
you
clue
anymore.
on that
You
one.
you lied. That wasn't like a she might. We said yeah. It was that was a yes or no question.
No, I just should have said yes
Yes,
to get your hopes up.
and it works. She's a cool character. She never showed up. I've been tricked. I've been duped.
We're both bamboozled, Lenny.
We were Smeckledorfed.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was a crazy fucking movie, wasn't it?
Like last one
Yeah,
was a good movie, but that was a really good movie. Man.
That was easily way more Oshi than the last one, or way more Oshi than the OVAs. So like, yep, this is it. This is what I was expecting.
And to think 2 years later he would go on to make Ghost in the Shell.
And it was just smooth sailing from there. No, I know I never would have likely seen this back then, or seen Ghost in the Shell back then. I almost wonder what would have been like to actually see Ghost in the Shell when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have
you
been
can
4 at the
only
time.
ask Japanese people or people who saw it in theaters over here. Did it even come out in theaters over here? I don't remember.
It did. It did come out theatrically over here, but I think it was a limited release kind of deal.
Okay. So yeah, you'd have to ask them. You could ask the Wachowskis.
Oh boy, yeah.
Um,
They freaking ripped it off.
Homage. Lots of homages. The story was very original.
It was basically Ghost in the Shell written for an 8-year-old.
Homage.
Sorry, I don't hate The Matrix. I honestly don't. I think it's a perfectly fine film. It's just I like to rip on it just a little bit. We're just like, this looks oddly familiar.
Yeah, I gotcha. But can you see why people would say this is the best of the 3 movies so far?
Yep.
Out of the 2 I've seen, yes, this is I don't know. Is this regarded the best of the trilogy, or do people like the 3rd one better?
Yeah, this is from what I've seen. This has been regarded as the best in the trilogy.
Okay, now question. I'm assuming that the 3rd one isn't bad, otherwise you wouldn't show it to us. But yeah, how would you? Is 3rd about like on par with 1, or just slightly below this, still pretty good, or?
I have not seen it. I was planning to watch it together with you all. This is the one thing that we've all not seen out of all.
Ah,
This ought to be interesting.
that'd be interesting. I have high expectations for the villain because the villains so far have been very like cunning. Like both of them have been like masterminds thus far.
And they were barely in the movie. To be fair, and one was dead, and one was literally had like what, a minute of speaking lines.
Yep.
Holy crap. That was really damn good.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Don't start over. There we go. Okay. Yeah, no, I thought that was great. Animation was on point, even more so than the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nah, just nothing but praise, man. That was a good time.
That was. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to start every time when I see an Oshi film at this point. I'm just gonna need to get a bingo card. It's like, okay, so let's see how many things that this fills in. We've got ourselves a basset hound. We've got ourselves a Dutch angle helicopter city shot. We've got ourselves some pretentious dialogue, which granted I don't give a fuck because I love it. But we got some paramilitary talk, some bureaucracy nonsense. We got a couple of like spider tanks in here. Granted, I don't expect that to be in everything because that's just Ghost in the Shell, but also Patlabor, much to my surprise. The point is like there's a lot in Oshi films. Like, yep, this is him.
Like, this is a surprisingly robust set of films, given that the premise at its core is just cops with robots.
Yes.
Like this is cops with robots, the movie, the anime, and then it's just like here's this really really intricate plot involving the JSDF and just like all this other stuff. I'm like, man, holy shit.
I mean, they must have. It almost kind of reminds me of how. I know this is going to make a weird comparison. It's sort of like this is the Batman Returns to Patlabor, whereas the first movie was just 1989 Batman, where Tim Burton went full Tim Burton on Batman Returns. Oshi went full Oshi on this one.
I get you.
That's a fair comparison.
And I am and surprisingly enough, I mean, going to the Batman thing, I actually kind of enjoyed Batman Returns quite a bit, considering. And I'm usually not a fan of Tim Burton films, and I actually like that one.
It's an okay movie. I like the first one a bit more.
Yeah, I'm not saying the first one's a bad movie. I'm just saying, considering that I usually don't like Tim Burton films, I'm surprised that I liked it, despite the fact that it went full Tim Burton.
Maybe because it was about Batman.
Probably, yeah. But this one was like, yeah, this definitely is an Oshi film in every sense of the word.
Yeah, and like everyone had a lot less screen time. It was mostly, like it was literally mostly just like establishing shots and then Godo doing his thing and then a bit of Shinobu. And like this is the most attention Shinobu gets in anything.
She's arguably the main character of the movie.
Which makes sense.
It's basically just her and Goto like running around either investigating or being involved in like the machinations of the past. And then occasionally you're like, "Oh hey, the rest of you are here. Oh hey, the villain's here. Movie time." And then, and that's in between establishing shots of the city and philosophical talks about war. Because half of this movie is the opening cutscene of Metal Gear Solid 4.
Pretty much. That was a damn good time. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I was like blown away. I was blown away by the first movie. I was blown away again by the second movie.
I can see why. I mean, not gonna lie, this it almost makes me wonder. Is like, man, did they just have this on the backup the entire time? And they were just like, all right, we're gonna do the OVA as a testing ground. Now we're gonna go bring out the big guns.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I feel like there's a bit of Patlabor for everyone. Like the OVAs and the TV show are like, the happy-go-lucky stuff. You're like really episodic. Some action, it's watchable for a lot of people who are into like this big intricate stuff. And then you get the movies, and like that's all you get is like the big intricate stuff.
It feels like that. I feel like the OVAs is just diet Oshi, basically.
Yeah, kind of. Like I said, Headgear is made by is a group of a bunch of people, not just Oshi.
I know, but considering that it says on the freaking cover of the set, it's like from the people or from the director of Ghost in the Shell.
Mm-hmm.
So I associate Oshi a lot with this franchise.
Yeah.
So consistently attached to it. I know he's not the sole person responsible for it. It's just I can't disassociate the name from him.
Yeah, and like he even directed the live action sequel that came out a few years ago.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's surprising that he consistently comes back to it.
He probably really likes it,
I certainly hope so, given the amount of effort we see put into these things.
The animation alone, holy shit.
Oh man.
There are so many different shots that we're just thinking to myself, all right, you're just showing off now.
Yeah, man, cinematography in this movie is
it's ridiculous.
It's A+.
There's so many different shots in here. Just like that should be just a wallpaper right there.
It probably is. You could probably find a GIF of like most of the really good shots in this movie if you just typed in like Patlabor movie 2.
Just on a small level of detail, I love that sequence at the beginning where we're seeing just the test run of the laborers and the pilot just collapsing their fingers and or clenching their fingers like a fist, and you see the individual pistons on the arm move, and it's like, yes, that is so good. That thing is today, that would be CG.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll say is I wish they would have actually used that labor in the movie.
Yeah.
Like this is as good as the movie is, just to kind of not completely gush over it, this has probably the least amount of labor action or compared to the first one.
Yeah, but I feel like the action is a bit more grounded too,
Yeah, I mean they had to put friggin' bulletproof vests on the laborers themselves.
And that didn't really help.
Nope. Because after we saw that Meg go up the elevator, it was just like, man, that thing just got torn through a meat grinder.
Yeah, like Jesus.
Yes.
In this case, just a meat grinder.
Yep.
Ooh, boy. Just curious, when shall we watch Patlabor 3?
I'm good the next few days in general.
I'm probably good tomorrow. I have a gameplay session with some of my friends. We're playing Stellaris till about 10-ish. Depending on how that goes, then Thursday night I'm going to see Joker. So
oh shit, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah, I need to get tickets for that. Oh, Jalen, I am thoroughly pleased by this movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, man, you picked good. I know you've said that I've been holding out on you, but dude, this is a now you've been holding out on us, especially with this one. Like, oh my god.
Almost retroactively mad at myself for not going through this series sooner.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't have the experience you're having now.
True.
Yeah, man, we have your full Oshi gush out on record.
I'm sorry. I like what he does. I don't know what it is. Like every time, whenever, just like, yeah, I know there's pretentious dialogue. Yeah, I know there's some cyberpunk and like it's a little bit of a slow burn. But his tropes, but they just work for me.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, like I said, it's okay to own up to what you like. I mean, we said this before, you know. I like yelly dudes with white hair who punch things and protect women. Like that's like a consistent trope across my favorite characters. It's like weirdly specific and it's not intentional, but that's just a thing that's happened. That's that's Asura, that's Brandon Heat, that's Dune, that's again who's that guy from Soul Eater who I'm blanking on? Mifune, that's it.
Oh yeah, Mifune. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Granted, he's not punchy. He's more of a sword guy, but still, it's close enough.
He hits things.
He's an angry man who destroys everything in his path while protecting his lady, and
he does the violence.
Yep.
Pretty much. But no, you're right. I know I shouldn't be ashamed of it, and I should just embrace it, which I do. It's just a matter of it's so not. I don't get to do this that much with OG films, especially since I don't watch them that often. Mm-hmm. I mean, I probably watched Ghost in the Shell at least 10 times by this point.
Mm-hmm.
Since I haven't watched as much just because I feel like Ghost in the Shell I could watch anytime that I want and sit through it no problem. I have to be in a certain mood for.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is I feel like that's sort of the advanced class. Like that's Oshi at his most Oshi-ish.
Oshi. Super course.
Like that is him at his most philosophical mental breakdown of the human psyche type thing. Half the time, I will admit, I can't understand a goddamn thing that everyone's talking about.
Hmm.
It's like, I don't care. It's people being incredibly smart and intelligent, and I love it. That's just, in this case, it's people being smart and intelligent, but with robots.
Yeah,
also robot. A really good villain.
Just a grand old time, man.
Plus side to the villain front of this one actually has more personal stakes for the villain this time in terms of relationship to the actual like SV2 crew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, we saw his like origin point, you know, as a villain from the intro, and you know, we got those personal stakes. We got to see his plan unfold, even though we don't see him. Just seeing how like involved the plan was. Like this wasn't just like some crazy guy going, I want to blow things up. You know, he wasn't just some crazy asshole. You know, he was a very, very dedicated crazy asshole, and a lot of thought went into him being a crazy asshole.
It was like watching a mix of Bane and the Joker.
Yep.
And he was extremely precise, taking out all the means of transportation across the bridges, knocking them out one by one, knocking out the communications rays, and then literally just having a whole blimp as a decoy filled in with gas that is so, like, that just does nothing, but everyone just freaks out. It's like, oh my God, it's mustard gas, run!
Mm-hmm. And
he was just doing this all to screw with them.
Mm-hmm. The blimp's actually my favorite scene. Because that's when you know that they were just in his hands the entire time.
He played them all like fools. So in a sense, he won.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Lenny, I guess that's 2 for 2 in terms of villains in a Patlabor film who have actually kind of won.
That's awesome. They're fucking useless. They can't do anything.
They get arrested, sure, but they
No, I mean the heroes can't do anything. I mean, like as
Yeah.
there are these villains. They're like, I have this evil plan. Oh boy, we have giant robots, and oh, what's that? Your plan succeeded. Well,
we have a fleet of blimps.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That shot with Shinobu at the end, where they embrace hands, and I'm just like, no, Shinobu, this man tried to disrupt the entire society of Japan here.
What do you see in this man?
A lot, apparently.
They're just like, I understand that Stoneface is not exactly, like Casanova and whatnot, but I'm thinking to myself, how bad of my selection of men does it have to be for me to choose a terrorist that is willing to bring a coup d'etat, even if it's a false one, upon the entire country, versus a co-worker who is fairly coy and interested in me?
I love that he finally officially throws his heart out there, and then she's just doesn't answer. And then she's
like, I'm gonna go get all hand fancy with a terrorist. How's that feel for you?
Oh god, there are other fish in the sea, man.
I feel sorry for the man now. I mean, I keep joking about his lack of expression. It's like, dude, let me buy you a drink. That is,
you know what? No, he really is. He really is Revolver Ocelot, man. He just, he's akin to him because of him being a motherfucking mastermind at everything ever, and
you know what? It would make sense that he would lose out to someone that is arguably more Revolver Ocelot than he is.
Yes, I was actually gonna say I find some allusions to Big Boss from this villain.
Oh yeah, shit. I see what you're talking about. Just when you say that.
I know this is maybe a bit of a stretch, but even though I've never finished Metal Gear Solid 3, I obviously know how the end works just because of the storyline. But I somehow get the feeling that Kojima might have seen this film at one point or another and took the ending of Metal Gear Solid 3 somewhat inspiration from this scene or from that scene.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, it's possible.
Kojima wears his inspirations on his sleeve usually, so so this I think would definitely apply to that, and they even allude to this in Metal Gear Solid 4. If you remember the server room, and it was just covered entirely with the servers had holograms of white flowers. And
yes, I have PTSD for my thumb just remembering that.
And and you can
my index finger probably buried that X button into the freaking controllers
and you can see that imagery with all the white birds surrounding them in this shot too.
I'm just thinking this looks like it just straight up is Metal Gear Solid 3, only role reversed.
Yep. But yeah, I'm just thinking about it former soldier, had wants to show the world what war is like,
Or hero turned villain.
Yep, hero turned villain. Real Big Boss vibes, and yeah, now mind you, it's yeah. And mind you, I'm more drawing allusions to it just because it's a series that I like, but it's I really dug him, and Godo is the fucking. I need to buy him a drink too, Perry. Let's both buy him a drink and.
First round's on me. You can have the second round.
Hell yeah.
It's just, damn it. I just need to sit. I want to just ask Chernobyls, seriously, what the hell? Why? The one thing that just kind of irks me a little bit about the movie is what? No, we need to see what happens next. I want to know what happens.
We don't know what's up with those two blimps, right?
No, not just that, but it was what happened? Did they reinstate the unit? Did they get unfired? What the heck happened?
You'll find out in movie 3.
Here's what I'm gonna assume based on this. I'm gonna assume this is gonna be something along the lines of, like, I'm just gonna summarize. It'll be something like, under normal circumstances, you both would be either suspended, fired, court-martialed, or whatever. But since it turns out you're both completely right and you stopped the terrorists, we're just gonna have you on unpaid leave for a short period of time, so that we look like we have any amount of control or discipline over you. So I'd imagine it'd be something like she's out longer because she was the one who started it, and then Goto's out maybe not quite as long because he doesn't have that, like, tainted reputation on account of, being in love with a terrorist. But, yeah, so I'd say she might, my assumption is she's out the next movie, not necessarily, like, gone completely, but just on unpaid leave for an unspecified amount of time. And then Goto's probably like, I'm on suspension, I can't help, but guess what? I'm controlling everything behind the scenes anyway, because I'm crafty. And so that would be my guess. So from that perspective, is they'd be idiots to fire the people who stopped the terrorist.
Yeah.
The first time that's ever happened in a story.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, to be fair, in the last movie, their jobs were at risk too.
Yeah, and they turned out to be right.
Mm-hmm. Now, one thing I really appreciate is that we got backstory on Goto in the last movie, and we got a bit of backstory on Shinobu in this movie.
Yeah, that's true.
And now we know why both of them are at the Special Vehicles Unit.
Yep, because they both kind of messed up.
Mm-hmm.
This really is just the misfits of the police force.
It really is. And then, like, you can kind of see in this movie how, like, everyone kind of got promoted. Because, Asuma and Noah are testing out laborers at another facility, right? And then Oda's training cadets. Shinji is now a section chief, so he's actually moved up from being just a simple truck driver to, like, management, when you think of it.
Like, everyone's kind of got a role that somewhat fits their older status, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, Shige gets promoted to chief mechanic.
Mm-hmm. It's really cool to see the progression of time, just to see how they've evolved as characters. I will say, though, I still think Trigger Happy needs to friggin' chill.
He makes a great drill sergeant.
I will not argue that for a second. But now I just want to see him get into a yelling contest with Arlie Ermy.
That'd be something.
I don't know what it is. I just want to see the two yell at each other.
It would be glorious. I also like.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, wait. No, we should put Arlie Ermy in a Japanese commercial versus Oda.
Oh my god.
You know that some batshit insanity would happen.
They should be promoting Boss Coffee.
Or freaking Mentos or something. Oh man. Someone pitched that somewhere. I want to see this. But yeah, I'm now looking forward to movie 3 to see where this goes.
All right. Well, I think that sums it up for everyone, right?
Yep, I'm good. Any closing thoughts before we send off for that?
I'm just gonna say, I hope you guys enjoyed this movie as much as we did. I hope you look forward to the third Patlabor movie, which I think is titled WX3 or something like that. Until next time.
See you later.
Goodbye.